You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey there, Young and the Restless fans. This is Belinda from Soap Dirt, and I have got your early edition Y&R spoilers for the week of July 24th through 28th. We have got 4 sizzling spoilers that we're very excited to talk to you about. We are going to dig into that, but if you haven't already, please reach down, click subscribe so you don't miss any of our Y&R updates. You'll get notified when there's new videos out for you. So the first spoiler we have is about Victor Newman and Jill Abbott. It's very exciting, of course, to see Jill Abbott back. It's not clear if she's going to be back in person or one of her many video calls. I would guess probably a video call. That's generally what she's been doing lately because the actress Jess Walton spends time on her ranch and she is not in LA every day. So good for her. So the spoiler is that Victor and Jill Abbott make a deal. So I don't know if this is about Victor coming down hard on his kids. I do want to say one thing. After you guys see the Wednesday, July 19th episode, if you are annoyed with Victoria, you're going to be doubly annoyed with her and with Victor because Victor came down heavy on Nate's like, I don't trust you, but I'm going to let you keep this position of power at the company. Crazy. And then he said, Nick, you're going to work with your brother. Nick's like, okay. But then he came down like a bag of hammers on Adam about this and that. And then on Wednesday, Vicky's back there. They're blah, blah, blah. And Victor says, I'm proud of you and hugs her. She has been a garbage human for months. She has been running roughshod over family, over Victor too, over everybody. And I guess he's proud of her being horrible, being a tyrant because she's like Victor Jr. Anyway, that just made me want to scream at the screen when I saw that. So, there is another spoiler in the early spoilers that could tie back to this, and we'll talk about that in 1 second. Or maybe this is about Victor working some kind of deal because he wants to do something else with these companies and with, his kids he's trying to rein in. We will definitely have to wait and see. The spoiler that we feel like might tie to this is that Sally Spectra gets an unexpected opportunity. And Victor's been sympathetic about Adam's loss, but Victor probably still doesn't want Sally Spectra in Genoa City and dating Nick and dating Adam and, God forbid, getting pregnant with another Newman baby. So maybe Victor is trying to talk Jill into giving Sally an opportunity that she didn't expect, Maybe it's something like, oh, you can work for me out of town. Maybe he's asking Jill, can you do something to take Sally elsewhere? Because Sally's very talented. So it's not like a hardship for Jill to take her on, but it will be very interesting since Victor has just put Nick and Adam working together. And then if he's making a move to get rid of Sally, boy, those boys are going to be really mad at him. Another early weekly spoiler is that Audra sees another side to Kyle. This might be at work because the only side of him she's seen is the bare naked side while they're doing the deed. He is going to work for her at Newman Media. I'm assuming he's going to be her COO, her second in command. And as of this week, after Summer finds out and rages at him and slaps him, it looks like they are done. So maybe she will see, a ruthless business side to Kyle that she really likes because Audra herself is pretty ruthless. All right, we have got one last spoiler we're going to dig into, but if you haven't clicked subscribe, we'd love it if you would. And if you want to click a like because you're enjoying this early edition spoiler, we appreciate it. All right, so the spoiler is that Lauren Finmore snaps and completely loses it. With Michael being in Singapore for some kind of Gloria Abbott crisis, I suspect that this has to do with her very good friend, Phyllis Summers. So Phyllis is free, but her freedom seems to be conditional because Tucker is holding her reins in his hand because he is the one who is controlling Carson, the EMT, the guy who's giving testimony to exonerate her. And he has mandated that she must target Diane. Mind you, as soon as Phyllis got out on bail, she only spent one night in jail, which seems consummately unfair since Diane was there for quite a while. But she ran into Daniel and Summer, and Phyllis had just told Daniel that she has a lot of apologies to make, including an apology to Diane. But then at the same time, there's this whole thing with Tucker where he asks her on Wednesday what she's going to do to get in Diane's head. And he threatens her and reminds her that she has to do what he says. So with Lauren losing it, I'm sure it's about Phyllis, just everything, faking her death, just, her deeds wrecking Summer's marriage, just a whole bunch of stuff, and that she embroiled Michael in all this. And I'm just sure Lauren is not going to be very happy with her friend at all. All right, that's it. Those are our early weekly spoilers. Be sure to check back here at our channel later in the week for a full week's worth of Young and the Restless spoilers, along with Young and the Restless 2-week spoilers, casting news, and more. Come back soon.
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.